I am going to show you the visual assets that every realtor should have in their toolbox. So when you get around to it, when you have time, you should really organize these, because these are really great to use as tools in your business. So not only for yourself to help organize all of your visual assets for your brand, but also to hand off to team members or to contractors that you're hiring to do your marketing, your social media, your property marketing, your photography, any of that. These are really great to have as tools in your business. So let's dive in, and I'm going to show you everything you need to have in that toolbox. So let me minimize myself here. We are in Canva, and I am going to walk you through each and every one of these things. So first of all, let's get out of these uploads. Okay, number one is your logo. So you're either going to pop your logo somewhere safe in Canva. You can create a document exactly like I've done here, where you just have multiple pages and you're going to lay out all these visual assets. Number one, your logo. If you don't have a logo, that's not a problem. You're just going to create your logo by using your name and either real estate or your designation. So let's do that together. We're going to bring up a text box, and Sarah Smith is our realtor, and we're just going to choose a font that we love. And I'm going to choose this one. Beautiful. Okay. And then we need to put her designation, so, or just real estate. And we need a contrast. So always contrasting fonts look great. So this is a serif font, meaning it has those little feet on it. It's more decorative. And then I'm going to use a sans serif font, which means it doesn't have those decorative feet on it. And then I'm just going to choose one. I don't like any of these. I'm going to say modern, and I'm going to use railway. And then a good rule of thumb is half of the size. So if your name is 92, then your designation should be about 35, let's say. I know that's not half, but I knew already that it was not going to work out. So then you adjust the spacing as you like, and we have ourselves a real estate logo. And it's that simple. I want you to know that it's okay to start where you are with what you've got. So if you don't have the budget to create a big branding visuals, it's fine to start off with just a fancy font with your name, and then either your designation or whatever you want to call your real estate company. So that is perfectly fine. The reason why you want a logo as a visual asset is so that people can start to recognize your content. So even if it's just your name, if you're consistent with it, people are going to start to recognize that. So we really want to make sure that our marketing includes our logo so that people can start to get to know who you are and anticipate your content. The second thing you're going to need is your color palette. It does not have to be a full-blown color palette, especially if you're creating this yourself, but what you want to do is at least have 3 main colors that you're using throughout your marketing. So if you have no idea where to start with this, the best place to start is in the style section of Canva, and if you hit that style section, you can just head over to the colors tab, and they have all of these predefined colors for you. But one of my favorite tricks is to head over to the photos section and then scroll through the photos until you find one that you like. Let's pretend that we love this one. It has beautiful colors. I'm really digging it. And then I'm going to hit one of my color boxes, select the color tool, and Canva has already extracted the colors in that photo for me. So I am going to choose 3 that I think work well together. So this one, and then my last box, this one. And there you go. I'm going to delete the photo, and I have my new color palette. Now the next thing you're going to want is fonts. So it's really important to select fonts that you're going to use over and over again. It is so tempting when you're in Canva to try new things all the time, but you really want to stay consistent. So you're going to choose one for your headings and one for your subheadings. And in order to do this, we're going to work with contrast. Contrast looks great when we're dealing with fonts. So you're going to want one type of font for the heading and one type of font for the subheading. What do I mean by that? Well, if we're going to use a modern font for the heading, for example, we might want to use a more classic font for the subheading. So I am going to choose, let's say, here's another tip. Let me just share this with you to make it super easy. Go to the style section and hit fonts. They're gonna have a whole bunch for you, so you can choose the fonts that are already pre-selected. So here, I love the Roxborough and Montserrat combination. So I'm gonna just steal that. So I'm gonna head over here to the font section, type in Roxborough Light. I like it a little bit lighter. And then for my subheading, I'm going to select Montserrat, which is already there. And I'm going to make that about 40. And there we go. Now we have our two fonts. Easy peasy. Next, we need some brand imagery. And in order to select your brand imagery, you're going to head over to Photos and you're going to select a tone of photo. You're not going to select a photo that you love. You're going to select a tone that you want to move forward with throughout your branding. So a look. Is it modern minimal? Meaning, does it have a lot of contrast in it? Or is it boho chic? Or is it classic luxe? Like, there are all these different brand styles that you can move forward with, but the trick here is to be super consistent with the type of photo that you use. And I'm going to show you a little trick. So when you're in Canva, I want you to go through the trending photos here. It's just the easiest place to start. And then you can select one that you really love, that you think represents the look that you're going to be going for throughout all of your marketing. So I'm thinking, you know what, I really like this one. It's soft, it's feminine, it has like that boho chic feel almost, but it's a little bit less boho chic than I'm looking for. I'm gonna hit the three dots in the top right hand corner of the photo, and then I'm gonna select the photographer, and that's gonna open up the photographer's gallery. And here we have a whole bunch of photos to choose from to create our brand imagery. So I'm gonna select some for real estate that I think would be really great for my real estate imagery, and I'm just gonna select them here. Now this is a process that you can take a long time with because brand imagery is so important. So your brand imagery might actually be brand photos that you've taken of yourself or you with clients, and in that case you would put that in here. But if you're starting from scratch, a great place to start is directly in Canva. They have so many photos ready for you to use. So I'm just gonna select a few that look like how I want I always think of Instagram, so I'm thinking, how would I want this to be laid out on Instagram? Because Instagram is like the scrapbook of your brand. So I really like to use Instagram to help guide my choosing of imagery. And then I'm just gonna select some for style. So I might not post this if I'm a realtor on Instagram, but I like the style of it. I like the tone. So if I send that to a photographer, they will be able to interpret that for real estate. And then, love this one. I mean, so many things you can do with that one. And the game just keeps going on. You can do this forever. You could create a huge board with brand imagery, and that is a trick on how to do it. Next, you're gonna want a mood board. Mood boards are great to set the tone for a specific project. So let's say that you and your team are going to hire a photographer for a brand photo shoot. Unless you give that photographer some guidance, you're gonna get whatever the photographer wants you to get. So it is so important that before you engage in any type of project, you create a mood board for that project. So in this case, if I was creating a mood board for my brand, this is what it would look like, and I'm gonna link to the video below if you wanna learn how to create this for yourself. There's a video that I just created for you on how to create a mood board exactly like this one. The next one is inspired content. This is also so important. You want a, what is it called? Like an arsenal of an arsenal of inspired content, meaning content that inspires you. So stuff that you've seen from other people, that other people have created or other realtors have created, that you would love to have yourself, or that you feel really speaks to your brand. So you would just pop in as many photos as you like. You can even create a Pinterest board and host all of your inspirational content there. And then anytime you hire a designer or anyone who's doing your marketing, you can just hand off that board to them and they know exactly what you like because you've spent the time curating those images. So inspired content, really great. It's gonna save you so much back and forth. And then to sum up everything, you're gonna want a brand board. This is the document that you can send to anyone, new team members, graphic designers, photographers, marketing agencies, anybody who you're using or working with. this is the board that you're going to want to have, so that you can just give them this one document and they will get an overview of everything they need to please you, to make you happy, because you've already done the work and organized everything for them in this one document. So it takes a little bit of time, but once you have it, once you have all these visual assets in place, everything when it comes to marketing is going to run so much smoother because you have it all done. So if you want a brand board that looks similar to this, all you have to do is join the VIP Insiders, and you will get it in one of the emails. And in order to join the VIP Insiders, just head over to 4thstreetcreative.com/VIP. The link is below, and you will be added to the list. And in one of the first few emails, you're going to get one of these brand boards, and you can save yourself the trouble of putting it all together. And I hope that was helpful. These are the 7 things, visual assets, that every single realtor should have. Take your time making it, because you will be so happy that you actually took the time to do it. And happy designing, my friends.